She's told you she's not happy. She said she doesn't feel loved by you anymore, doesn't feel chosen, doesn't feel anything at all. Maybe she's even brought up divorce. And now you're standing in the wreckage thinking, is it too late? This isn't just another fight. This is different. Because when a woman says she's done, it didn't come out of nowhere. It's the result of years of feeling alone, dismissed, unloved. And if you're still trying to explain yourself, still trying to convince her it's not that bad, you're missing the point. If your marriage is hanging by a thread, listen carefully to this episode. I'm going to walk you through exactly what to do next, what to say, what not to say, how to take full ownership, lead with empathy, and face the truth, no matter the outcome. Because even if she walks away, you'll know you didn't just try, you changed. And that might be the only shot you've got left. So let's get started. Welcome to Better Husband, the podcast that helps you answer the question, how can I be a better husband? I'm Angelo Santiago, a men's marriage and relationship coach, and every week I bring you practical insights to help you strengthen your marriage and become the best husband you can be. Now, I've worked with men in this exact moment. One of them said his wife laid it all out, why she was leaving, what he had done, what he had failed to do, and he just froze. Another told me he had already started making changes, but she said it was too late. She didn't believe it would last. And I've been there myself, where the pain in her voice isn't frustration anymore, it's grief. I remember standing in our living room, watching her work up the courage to tell me how something needed to change. It's the sound of someone who waited too long, hoping things would get better, and finally gave up. Some men are blindsided when this happens. Others see it coming, but convince themselves that it wasn't that bad. The common thread, they waited too long to take it seriously. They didn't really hear her until the word divorce was on the table, until the move-out conversation already happened, or until they were Googling how to save my marriage from the guest room at 2 a.m. If that's where you are right now, sitting in the shock of it, I want you to know two things. First, this is serious. And second, you still have a choice. But it starts here, with the humility and strength to own what's yours and face it head on. If she said she wants a divorce, she didn't say it lightly. That took courage and pain. So before you do anything, before you defend, explain, or try to fix this, stop and listen. Let it really land. What exactly did she say? Did she say she's lonely? That she doesn't feel like she can trust you? That she doesn't feel seen, loved? That she's tried and nothing's changed? This isn't the moment to correct her story or debate the facts. This is the moment to honor her experience. Say the words, I hear how much pain you're in, or I hear that you don't feel connected or loved with me anymore. And then stop. Let the truth of her words actually hit you. Don't just listen as if she's presenting an equation for you to solve. If you keep trying to manage her reaction and yours instead of receiving her message, you're not just missing the point. You're confirming why she's ready to walk. This is the time to see her pain, to take it seriously, and to let it break your heart wide open, not shut you down. Next, you don't need to defend your intentions. She doesn't need to hear from you that you didn't mean to hurt her. She needs to know that you get it. Get how lonely she's been. Get how unseen or unheard and unsupported she's felt for a long time. Once you've allowed yourself to hear and see her pain, it's time to own the reality that you contributed to the situation you're in right now. Because right now, she needs to see that you can take full responsibility without minimizing it, without spinning it, without making it about you. What comes next will determine whether this is a lost cause or if you can actually save your marriage. But before we get to the next steps, let me be fully honest with you, and it might be a tough pill to swallow. Here it is. You could do everything right from this point forward. You could join Better Husband Academy, you could hire a coach, you could transform your entire life. You could show up with consistency, humility, and love, and she might still walk away. That's the truth. There are no guarantees anymore. Not after this much pain, not after this much distance. But there is one thing you still have. A choice. Do you want to become the man you should have been all along? Do you want to face the truth, own your impact, and make changes that actually matter? Not to win her back or to prove a point, but because this is the type of man you want to be? That's the invitation, and it's on you now. Listen, if this feels like a lot, it's because it is. And if it's hard to hear, that makes sense. So before we get into what to say or what to do next, I want you to take a breath. Because the truth is, in a lot of ways, we were set up for this. Most of us were never taught how to be relational. We were taught how to work hard, how to provide, how to protect, but we weren't taught how to repair, how to empathize, how to sit in discomfort without shutting down or lashing out. You probably learned about marriage by watching your parents, and they were doing the best they could without a playbook either. So what did you learn? Keep the peace, don't talk about feelings, stay strong, don't need too much, don't let anyone see what's really going on inside. And for a while, maybe that worked. But the rules of marriage have changed. Women aren't just looking for providers, they want partners, teammates, men who are emotionally available, responsive, and grounded. That might not be what you were raised to become, but it is something you can learn. And for a lot of men, learning how to be relational is the very thing that saves their marriage. And even if it doesn't, it's what makes them better men. So if you're willing to start, if you're willing to lead differently, if you're willing to take ownership, then here's what happens next. Real quick, before we get back to the show, if you're like me and you're a busy husband with a lot on your plate, sometimes you hear something on this podcast, an idea or a specific practice or a suggestion, and you have every intention of doing the thing that you just heard. But life gets busy and sometimes you forget. Well, that's why I created the Better Husband Toolkit. This is a short, concise, downloadable cheat sheet with 3 of the most important relational skills I believe every husband should know and have in their tool belt in order to improve their marriage. If you're asking yourself, how can I be a better husband today? Go to betterhusbandtoolkit.com and download the short document. And if you have any questions, you can email me. I'd be happy to offer you some more support. Again, go to betterhusbandtoolkit.com or click the link in the show notes and get your toolkit today. Now back to the show. I want to give you the skill of what it looks like to repair, to actually apologize. And it's not just about patching things up or smoothing it over or rushing towards resolution. This is about laying the foundation for real repair. So after you've stopped and listened and really heard her and really honored her experience, and you didn't get defensive and you didn't minimize, and then you've made the hard choice to actually make a difference, make a change, knowing that this still could all fall apart, then your next move will be this. Step 1, own it fully. Say what you did. Say what you didn't do. Let her know you heard her, really heard her. No minimizing, no justifying, no softening the blow. Just tell the truth. Step 2, acknowledge the pattern. Don't act like this is a one-time slip, that it's been happening and it's been happening for a while. And until now, you haven't taken it seriously. Own that. Let her know you finally see it. Step 3, name the root cause. What's underneath this pattern? Is it control? Is it avoidance, fear of conflict? Were you raised to shut down, to dominate, to disappear? Call it out and tell her you're committed to doing the deeper work if you are really willing to do it. And finally, step 4, make a repair attempt. This is where you're showing her that you're in it and not just trying to fix everything overnight. Offer a specific plan. Name one change you're making, how you're going to do it, what support you're going to get for yourself, what day and time you're actually going to start, how often you're going to make sure you're keeping up with it. I want you to give her something honest, something you'll actually follow through with, and something that you will be held accountable to, not by her, because right now it's not her job to make sure you make this right. It's yours. What's your accountability system? Do you have friends you can lean on? Do you have a support group? Do you have a member of your faith community that can be there for you when it gets tough? You need a plan and you need to follow through. Because if I had to guess, I'm thinking that in this moment, she'll be thinking, I've heard this all before. What's different this time? Can I really trust you? Those are empty promises, empty words. So make sure you're not trying to do it alone. Next, I want you to finish this step by asking her, Is there anything you need from me right now? And then let go of the outcome. She might not respond the way you want. She might ask for space. She might cry. She might go quiet. She might grieve the version of this marriage she thought she'd have. Your job isn't to manage her response. Your job is to stay grounded, stay with her, to keep showing up, to keep doing the work, whether or not she meets you there. Because real repair doesn't start with her, it starts with you. If you want any chance of saving your marriage, you have to follow through. Every day, in every way you said you would. Not once, not twice, but over and over again. You have to become the man she's been asking you to be, even if she's not convinced yet, especially if she's not convinced yet. Because she's watching, she's listening, not to your words, but to your patterns. There will be good days, there will be hard days. And on some days, you'll feel like you're finally getting through, but then something small happens. You make a joke the wrong way, you forget a detail that mattered to her, you raise your voice or shut down just a little, and suddenly she's right back in the pain of the past. That's not your cue to defend yourself. It's your cue to stay present, to be with her in the grief, in the anger, in the fear, as long as it takes. Not to remind her of all the progress you've made, but to show her in that moment that you are still here, still doing the work. You can't talk your way out of this. You can't convince her you've changed with logic. She will only believe it when she feels it, day after day, moment by moment. So buckle up. This is a marathon, not a sprint. If you're trying to win your marriage back, you're in it for the long haul. This is long, slow work, the kind that earns trust back an inch at a time. And make no mistake, you are leading right now, but not with control, not with certainty, and not with a comeback story. You're leading through service. That means you take full responsibility for what happens next. You stay consistent, you stay humble, you stay honest, and above all, you keep showing up in a way that makes her feel safe again, like she can actually trust you and believe that the changes you are making will stick. That's the work, and it's yours to do. Now, let me be incredibly clear with you right now, man to man, husband to husband. I'm not telling you all of this so you can win her back and then return to the old ways. This is not a bait and switch. This is not a quick fix. I'm telling you that you need to embody the best parts of yourself and give that to her now and forever. Because if she even gets a whiff of the old you after she's agreed to come back, I can guarantee that it's over. Are we clear? Good. Listen, I believe in you. I trust you. Now you need to believe and trust in yourself. Here's what I want you to do this week. First, write down her exact words, not what you think she meant, what she actually said. Let yourself feel how much it took for her to say those things out loud. Number 2, practice your 4-step apology on paper. Don't wing it. Don't rush it. Take the time to get it clear and get it honest. 3, tell one trusted person you're doing this work, a coach, a friend, a mentor, someone who can hold you accountable. You're not meant to do this alone. And 4, make one behavioral shift this week, something she can actually feel, not a promise, but a pattern change. Let your actions speak and don't expect credit for it. Here are some questions that I want you to reflect on. Where have I ignored or minimized her pain? What's the real cost of staying the same? What has she been asking from me that I haven't taken seriously until now? What's one behavior I've normalized that's actually been hurting our marriage? If this is my last chance, am I showing up like it? Can I let go of needing a guaranteed outcome and commit anyway? If she says she wants out, it's not coming out of nowhere. That pain has been building for a long time. This is not the moment to negotiate. It's the moment to finally understand, to take full ownership and decide who you're going to be no matter what happens next. You don't get to control her decision, but you do get to choose how you show up from here on out. Because every next move is about becoming a man she could trust again, whether she stays or not. And whatever happens, you'll know you didn't just stand there in the wreckage. You moved. You changed. You showed up with integrity. If you're going through this right now where everything feels like it's on the line, don't do it alone. Like I mentioned earlier, you need support and accountability to make sure you make the right moves, follow through, and stay consistent. Better Husband Academy was built for moments like this: structure, tools, real support, a clear path forward when nothing feels clear. So go to betterhusbandacademy.com and join me and other men taking the steps to become the husband we know our marriage deserves. You don't have to figure this out by yourself. Thanks for listening and being willing to save your marriage. I'm wishing you all the best, and I believe in you. I'm Angelo Santiago, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for listening. Before you go, I have a quick request. If you've ever gotten any value from the show and you want the show to continue to grow, to access bigger and more knowledgeable guests, and to keep providing you with more ways that you can be a better husband in your marriage, simply leave a rating and a review if you're listening on Apple or Spotify. It only takes a few seconds, and those reviews go a long way in attracting more experts and bigger guests to the show. So if you're feeling up to it, as a favor to me, I'd love to see a rating and a review from you. Thank you so much for being a listener and all your support.